Last Saturday.
So she's at the end of her cycle, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
And I think we were on she's at a 5.5 week
Yeah.
this time round.
So ideally, we'd be doing around every 4.
Yep.
But I know we were talking about working them all into the same schedule again.
Yeah. Well,
So basically, they were saying they like her soul depth the way it is right now.
uh-huh.
That she doesn't necessarily need more of it, but that they're more concerned with the biomechanics of setting that shoe back and then rolling the toe at the bottom of the shoe to help ease breakover.
Yep. So we talked about that with Dr. Knott, and Dakota was particularly interested in seeing how you set the shoe back.
Okay.
So, pretend it's a cooking show and just
Yeah,
narrate
it's all
everything.
First, you gotta marinate it.
Right.
Leave it in the fridge overnight. No. Yeah. So first, what we're gonna do is pull the shoes
Okay.
and then trim her foot. And hopefully, we can reset the same shoes because she seems to really like those.
Yeah, I had a question about that, and that is, how do you know when you can reuse the shoe and when you can't?
So
And
it's a lot easier to tell in steel shoes because they'll kind of wear down the toe and the shoe itself will get thinner.
mm-hmm.
It's a little harder to tell on these. So with these, I typically go by the quality of the nail holes.
Okay.
If I can still use them without having to worry about stuff kind of falling out.
Got it. So what would make a shoe wear out faster?
Riding on rough terrain, resetting them too many times. If the horse is an excessive par and they're on rough ground, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But these shoes are typically used in either rehab cases or endurance riders. So endurance riders that are riding, 25 to 50 miles at a time,
Uh-huh.
they'll go through a pair of these shoes in like a month. It's crazy.
Awesome.
So
I feel like you're videographer or paparazzi, so we're just going to keep rolling with this, as silly as it feels.
yeah, it's all good.
Also, I like your t-shirt.
Thank you.
Important things.
Everything I'm wearing today is Ranch Dressin.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Not
Lovely.
sponsored, but Ranch Dressin. Fallon Taylor is the owner-operator of Ranch Dressin, and
Yeah.
she's a world champion barrel racer, and I actually got to meet her last month
Oh, when she was up at,
in Lincoln.
yeah,
at
thank you.
Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And she is just an awesome human being.
Yeah, I've been following her for a while. I'm very excited about
Yeah.
her.
She's
So.
great.
Yay.
I sadly though was not impressed with her shoer's job on her horse's feet, but
Oh.
you can only say so much.
We're like, nobody's perfect.
Right. So I'm just cleaning off this little top dead layer. Hi, don't eat my pants. Just to kind of see where everything's at.
Is that something we ever do by ourselves, or is this a farrier only
No,
thing?
farrier only.
Thank you.
Because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble with a knife, probably more so than any of your other tools
Mm.
as a farrier. So I just kind of want to see where she's at as far as like certain lines and boundaries and whatnot. And
Uh-huh.
I can walk you through mapping. So how I find the center of rotation, which is like the center of their coffin joint,
Uh-huh.
is usually an inch back from the very tip of their true frog.
Okay.
It's also the widest part of the foot,
Uh-huh.
and it's also usually where the bars kind of end.
Cool.
So there's 3 different ways you can check that. And then we're gonna line that up, I don't know if you can see well,
Uh-huh.
with the very back part of her heels, measure that forward and say about, that's where her point of breakover should be.
Got it. So they're wicked long.
Right. The problem is we don't have a lot of sole depth.
Okay.
So her depth is kind of, it's right there.
Got it.
That's it. So what we can do is set that shoe back. So we'll put the bevel in the shoe at that line.
I see.
So that's what setting the shoe back means.
And so normally you would bevel the front of the hoof because that's
Right.
where the breakover would be, but instead you're
She
going to bevel
doesn't have the room
shoe.
for us to do that and for her to still be comfortable.
Lovely.
Yeah. Which could be genetics, it could be conformation.
Little belly scratch.
Yeah, just trying to get her to stay with me.
Yeah.
So I think her foot looks amazing. Her white line's a lot tidier than it was from the laminitis. There's no bruising. So I'm gonna clean that up from
Awesome.
the front.
Thank you.
Oh, all these dark bags. You guys trying to get in on a vlog?
I know you guys want to be celebrities too.
Yeah. We'll watch them learn that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then this part of it, I'm just gonna kind of clean it.
So it sounds, is the tractor coming through the barn? Oh, okay.
Is my truck in the way?
Where? I think they're gonna find out for us.
I can move my anvil too. So I'm just kind of cleaning. Usually you do more of this if you had flare, but the shape of her hairline is kind of what we're trying to match, and to me it looks great.
Okay. I think the backs, Dakota had observed that they're a little flared.
Yeah, mostly in the heel quarters.
Mm-hmm.
More the back part of the foot. Cool. Can I get the shoe cleaned up?
Yeah, here. I'm gonna